Hello, I'm Uma from Tutors.com, and in today's video, we are going to learn about diversity in living organisms. So the main subtopics which we are going to cover in this video are Animalia and classification of Animalia. So on the next slide, few questions are there for you. So you can pause the video here, and once you're done with all the given questions, you can resume the video to check your answers. We'll pat you back if all of your answers are correct, and let's move forward towards the next slide and let's have a quick discussion about the group Animalia. So organisms which come under this category are eukaryotic, multicellular, heterotrophic, and they do not possess cell wall, and most of the animals have the ability to move from one place to another. They can be classified further based on the differentiation of body design into different groups. Let's move forward, and these are the following groups in which we can divide kingdom Animalia. Well, we have such 10 divisions, and let's discuss the first two types in detail on the further slide. So the first one is Porifera. Well, these animals have pores all over their body, and the pores leads into the canal system, and the water flows through the canal system and facilitates entry of food and exchange of other materials. The animal is not differentiated into tissues, and the body is covered with the hard outer skeleton. For example, you can think of spongilla or cycon. Let's talk about the next one, which is Coelenterata. Well, the body is made up of cavity with a single opening, and the body wall is made up of two layers of cell. For example, you can think of hydra, jellyfish, etc. Let's move forward towards the next one, and the next one is Platyhelminthes. Well, the body is flattened from top to bottom, and hence the name Platyhelminthes. These are commonly known as flatworms because the body wall is composed up of three layers of cells, and because of three layers, it is possible to perform some organs as well. The next one is Nematoda. Well, the body is bilaterally symmetric, and there are three layers in the body wall. Animals are cylindrical in shape. For example, you can think of roundworms, pinworms, etc. Let's move forward towards the next one, and the next one is Annelida. Well, true body cavity is present in these animals, and the body is divided into segments, and hence the name Annelida. Each segment is lined one after another and contains a set of organs. For example, you can think of earthworms, leech, etc. Let's talk about the next category, which is arthropoda. Well, animals have jointed legs, and that gives the name arthropoda. This is the largest group of animals in terms of number of species. Circulatory system is open, which means blood flows in the coelomic cavity, and examples are cockroach, housefly, spider, etc. Let's move forward towards the next two. The first one is mollusca. Well, the animal has soft body which is enclosed in a hard shell, and the shell is made up of calcium carbonate. Circulatory system is open, and kidney-like organ is present for excretion. The body has well-developed muscular feet for locomotion, and for examples you can think of snail, mussels, octopus, etc. The next one is echinodermata. Well, the body is covered with spines, which gives the name echinodermata. Body is radially symmetrical, and the animals have well developed water canal system which is used for locomotion, and their skeleton is made up of calcium carbonate. For example, you can think of starfish and sea urchins. Let's move forward towards the next one, and the next one is Protochordata. Well, animals are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and coelomate, and notochord is present at least at some stages of life. And if you talk about notochords, that's a rod like structure, basically long rod like structure which runs along the back of the animal, and this provides attachment points for muscles, and it also separates the nervous tissue from the gut. Now let's talk about the next one, which is vertebrata. They have a true vertebral column, and with that they have a well developed muscle attachment points which is used for movement. For example, you can think of fish. Let's move forward towards the next one and let's talk about classification of vertebrates. Let's discuss about pieces first. So they are commonly known as fish, and the body is streamlined. Muscular tail is present which assists in locomotion, and body is covered with scale. Paired gills are present which can breathe oxygen dissolved in the water. For example, you can think of shark and tuna. The next one is amphibia. So these animals are adapted to live in both water and land, and mucus glands on skin keeps the skin moist. The animals breathe through the skin when in water and through lungs when on the land. For example, you can think of frog. Let's move forward towards the next two types. The first one is reptilia. So skin is hardened here to form scales, and these animals show crawling movement for locomotion. Most of the reptilians have three-chambered hood, but crocodile has a four-chambered hood. For example, you can think of snake as well. The next one is apes. So the body is covered with feathers and forelimbs are modified into wings. These are warm-blooded animals. For example, you can think of ostrich or sparrow. Now let's move forward towards the next slide and let's talk about mammalia. So the body is covered with hairs and skin has sweat glands. Mammary glands are present in females and are used for nourishing the young ones. Most of the mammalians give birth to the young ones, but few of them lay eggs as well. For example, platypus and echidna. Now let's move forward towards the next slide, and there's a flow chart for you. So for a quick review, you can pause the video here and you can review all what we have learned so far. Let's move forward towards the next slide, and here are a few questions for you to practice. You can pause the video, and once you're done with all the given questions, you can resume the video to check your answers. Congratulations if all of your answers are correct, and thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.